5. Oh, and first thing I see is Magic talking about doghouse for him. Uh-oh.
I wonder
forgot about Valentine's Day.
You better run. Just remember, I don't know if you up north or in the south, but down here in the south, you dare not to ask your woman, honey, what's wrong? that is a forbidden question.
Hey, Carpenter. Self-reliance. How's it going? Yeah. Suburban Hillbilly. Lisa's in here. Dana B. Nate's always in here. Usually getting in here early. Magic.
Lord have mercy.
B Charmin.
Hey, puppy. You see who else? Prepping 101.
Wolfwalker. Dang. 101's in here early.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah. He didn't work today, so. Remember, he went to go get his new surprise.
Yeah, his new toy.
Yeah.
Trust me. That's going to be an expensive toy.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, I just spotted it right before you highlighted it.
Yeah, I was I was kind of bored, and then I came across Little House on the Prairie. So I started with the first episode, the pilot, where they leave the big woods and head west.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's a good one. I'm sure you have. It's when they go across that river and stuff, and Jack the dog tries to swim across, and then he gets swept downstream, and everybody's he died. He drowned or something. And little girls all upset and everything, and they go traveling for days, and they're camping out. Wait for the bot. And they're camping out, and they hear a rustle in the weeds, and it's the dog.
Well, that dog about starved then.
Oh yeah, well it had to find their trail and everything and follow them, but I've heard a lot of stories of that stuff back there. But what I was getting at is that was hard work back in them days. When they found their spot that they wanted to settle down, the husband and the wife were building the cabin, lifting them big logs up over their heads and stuff. And like when the husband went out to hunt for a few days to go out and hunting, the wife was there running everything. And I was just amazed how we forget about how women were back then. And the women back then were more manlier than the men nowadays.
Yeah, they were.
And I'm sure there's women in here right now that are more. I'm not saying that you're look like a man or anything, but you're more manlier than
most men.
The men that are today for the last 20, 30 years. Not all of them, but
most of them.
Yeah, it's. I have two daughters. One of them does have a good man. He works every day. He provides and all this stuff, but he doesn't know how to work on a car. He doesn't know how to change a tire. Things like that. That my daughter knows how to do that stuff.
Well, see, the bad thing about it is a man today cannot keep up with a pioneer man.
Hell no.
There's no way.
No. There's.
Because, I mean,
that's a whole different breed of a person.
I got an echo here. Let me try something. I don't know if I got another app open or not. No, I don't.
I don't hear anything.
Boy, I did. No, it's muted. Everything I got's muted. But Matt Hyde asked you a question, and I'm going to read it off to you. Bushcraft, I heard a rumor today that the WHO is conducting another V.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing is, it's nothing new. It's been around for like 60 years. And I think it's only killed maybe a couple dozen people through that time period. And the thing is, they have already made a juice for it, those things. As far as that goes, I'm keeping my eye on it, and that's about it. Because it could be one of those new things again.
Well, I'm like this. If they are revising something, they've added or they've done some changing to it. Like,
yeah, they're always making it worse so they can make juice for it.
Vaccine.
Jeff.
Well, you can't say that.
No. I
didn't know you could.
That's why I keep saying juice.
Okay, I'm sorry. He'll go back and take it out. Jeez. Sorry about that. Literally, I thought you could say that.
No. Well, sometimes you never know. That's the whole thing with YouTube.
Can you go back and edit that part?
No.
Damn.
Well, you know what? I probably should have me hold my finger and do a beep button.
Man, depending on what's being talked about, your whole stream will probably be beep, 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 and beep, beep.
Yeah. But another subject before we get on to the main thing is I want to talk about. I did a lot of digging today. We all know about the thing in Ohio. There's a lot of stuff that was said about this. Now, and I'll probably get in trouble for saying EPA, but they did tests on the water. The chemical will kill fish, but it's okay for us to drink, humans.
Bullshit.
That's their words. They said they did extensive tests on the water, but it's perfectly safe to drink, but it kills fish.
My way of testing that theory is if one comes to the house, go get him some water out of the tap and see if he drinks it.
Oh yeah, that's what's that one movie with the girl that showed her boobs and stuff all the time? Well, she didn't show them, but she got people to pay attention to her when she flashed her stuff.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Oh, what was that movie now?
Talking about two different movies.
Oh, Aaron something another, Brockowicz or something like that.
Yeah, I know the woman you're talking about.
When the lawyers came to sit at the table and they were talking and She
Yeah.
sits down. They all have water in front of them. So, oh, we flew this right in from so and so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then
that's what I like to do. If they're up there talking, and I'll pour them some water and say, "Go ahead. This came from down the way there."
Mhm.
Do you think they would drink it?
Let's see how many of them drinks it. If they don't drink it, then you know the water is not safe.
Yeah. Now, there was a lot of stuff about this blowing up, or it could explode and stuff. Now, the thing is, there was no fire. These vinyl, the chemical, I can't remember what it is, vinyl, whatever it was, but they were secure. They weren't leaking. They weren't damaged. The thing is, they were scared that it was going to explode. So their thought was, let's break it open and catch it on fire, so we don't have to move it. So when it got derailed, there was nothing wrong with it. They actually damaged it so that it would leak, so they could catch it on fire. So it's their controlled burn. And one of the warning things is, don't keep it away from, fire, heat and whatever. And another thing was, don't let it get into the water system. And they ruined, both of them, they done away with it. It's
too late for that now.
Yeah.
How now? Look, I know the EPA. That group, can do a lot of things. Isn't it possible for them to get that stuff up off the ground without it going into the water system?
It costs a lot of money. That's the problem. The thing is, it should never have been. It should have been moved, and it could have exploded. But the thing, if it exploded, you wouldn't have mountains of smoke spraying all over the place. You wouldn't have it going into your water system. You wouldn't be going into the soil. It would just be an explosion. Boom! It's done then. Of course, the thing is, it's an explosion, but
TH2. Why don't they put the chemicals in a balloon? Because our Air Force would shoot them down.
And they're talking, and we had this representative from, I forget who he is. He's some big shot in Ohio, which was, he's brown nosing somebody up in Washington, but saying that he hasn't seen any reports of dead animals. He's seen a few pictures of a fish or two, and says that he has talked with the EPA, and they have done extensive testing on the air, and the air is fine. They have done testing on the water. It kills fish, but you can drink it.
Okay.
And I've seen many pictures and many videos of people going around in said area and finding dead birds all over the place.
Now, I've not seen the birds, but I have seen the fish. It's like, 10 or 15 about every foot.
Also, the 3 foxes, which I didn't know there was that many foxes in a certain area, but dogs that were left behind, cats, cattle, goats, chicken, all those have been. Now, I don't know 100% of all these are true, but majority of my guess would be they're true because that's in that area.
Yeah, what the hell is going on? Okay. I'm up to date now. Damn, dude. We got 120 people up in here. How
Yeah.
many likes we got? I know it ain't even close to 100. How about y'all hitting that like, subscribe, and share button down there? That helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he stayed there in his office and talked on the phone.
under his desk.
Yeah. Well, his desk is in Columbus, which is 150, 200 miles away from said
And how
place.
far is New York from where this happened?
New York?
Yeah.
No, I said he's in Columbus.
Yeah. But if he's not scared that the chemicals, I mean, hell, damn wind could shift and go his way. You know.
No, it went up to New York.
Right.
Yeah, the people in Massachusetts and up are getting reports of this stuff. They're smelling burnt wires and stuff like that.
Getting well, I don't know. I've not done no reading, but it seems like to me that whoever is smelling it is going to end up getting sick also.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to spend the money to clean it up, but yet they're going to get sued for millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's the thing. It should take weeks to clean this up. So, there shouldn't be anybody going back into that town, and let alone drinking the water. And you know there's going to be people that's going to do that. Oh, the government said we're fine.
Right. I mean, it's going to turn out to be like Flint did. You know, the water's going to be so polluted up there, and a few years from now, I mean, they're going to have to spend the money to clean it, and it's going to cost more then than what it's going to cost now to clean it.
Oh, really? That's do you think somebody just went out and beat all the animals over the head all of a sudden?
With a rubber bat?
Yeah. And that's the thing with the whole, and there's a lot of people saying this is their way of knocking out more food, which is true. Look at all the farmland that handles the water or irrigation for these farms and stuff along the Ohio River. And I would love for somebody that is not connected to anybody to do studies on this water and see if, say, well, I'm going down to Ohio River and I'm testing here, and then go down another 200 miles down the river, test there, and so forth, and see, is there any traces of this stuff in the water?
Texas just made a comment that kind of registered something here in my mind. He posted, that's why I say it's a Amish thing. That area, mostly Amish area. Is that correct?
All over Ohio really is. There's Amish where I'm at.
Well, now the way the wind's blowing,
there is Amish below that, there's a big community down below that, next to Caddis and stuff.
Okay, how about in Pennsylvania and New York where this stuff is blowing? Is there a lot of
Oh yeah,
Amish?
yeah. I don't know about New York, but I know there's in Pennsylvania.
It's starting to do a little bit more clicking here than anything else.
Yeah.
Hello, Mountain Mama.
But yeah, there is Amish all through here. I would say there's more Amish on this side than there is the opposite side of me.
Well, they've been breaking bad or breaking down hard on Amish here in the last year or so, ain't they?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't.
Have to do some checking, but I just about bet that there's a connection there somewhere. Yeah, Matt Hyde, the one in South Carolina was an Amtrak, which things like that happen. Vehicle try to outrun it, and
Yeah, both of them wasn't like the one in Ohio where an axle just flew out one time, and then these are vehicles that ran into the train. The one in Texas was a 18-wheeler. You could see it smushed up on the engine, and then the rest of it was stuck down below, and that's what derailed that train. And as far as I know, that one, the only death was the driver of the truck.
Yeah. Now there's two. That's two. There's a normal accident. Well, I don't want to say normal, but that type of accident happens at least once a week somewhere in the United States. I'll say that. But the other one in Texas, I've not done no checking in on that one. I don't know exactly what happened to that incident. I think today and yesterday I've done more research on what's going on than I have in the last 6 months. I just about forgot how to research.
Yeah, and I showed because on my backup channel, I do for Mondays and Tuesdays. I do live from 8:00 in the morning to 10, 11. And I showed on there an image of in 24 hours how this train or this controlled burn has impacted the area, and it's whole states that are impacted, and it goes down to Kentucky, Tennessee, that far south, and into Indiana, into Pennsylvania, West Virginia, just from 24 hours. Now, past that, you got to realize it's the smoke. I'm sure everybody's seen the videos of the guy showing his sky. He wasn't in that area, but he could still see the impact of the sky. And he says, "Oh, this is supposed to be safe."
Is that the one where it's got green clouds in it?
No, it's he's showing it a big plume of the smoke going right past him.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be safe, and that's their idea. And the only reason they did this so-called controlled burn is because that was the fastest way to get it swept under the rug and get the train moving again. Because if those canisters exploded, you would have to have people out there fixing the rails and so forth, and it's just much time consuming. So let's burn it and don't worry about it.
Well, now, Mountain Mama made a statement. How can they say the water is okay when the crap is still coming down from the clouds? The only answer I can say to that is we all know EPA is government run, but my opinion is they had a whole lot of pressure on them coming down from higher up that they had to call like that.
Yeah. Get it done and get it moving fast.
Yeah.
And that's why you have the unions saying we need junctions in here so we don't feel safe about our jobs, because look what's happening. And this was a few days before the accident had happened, because instead of like 3 people doing the job, and it's now only 1 person doing the job, and there's nobody checking to see if that 1 person's doing the job right. and the whole thing with, oh, come back in, you guys can come back into your city now, it's safe. And then they tell everybody, saying, well, if you have any effects, then we'll come in and test it. Why don't you test before you let them in? It's all backwards.
Now, someone in chat earlier has said all they doing is giving them $100 to sign a piece of paper over this and everything, and they letting them back in.
Oh yeah.
Now, you know, that's, I'm gonna say hush money, okay? Because it comes back and they get sick, then they're gonna pull up. Well, you signed this right here, you know, and we paid you for it. That ain't right.
And the thing is that if you look on the map where this place is, it is like, I'm afraid to say it, but if you wanted to do as much damage to a whole area, this is the place to do it. It's right where right on the border where the Ohio River comes out of Pennsylvania, where rivers branch off. And if you was going to dump chemicals somewhere to destroy a lot of stuff, that is the perfect place. I mean, it's and if you look at it our way, that is like the very worst place it could ever happen, is in that one spot. But if you look at it the other way, it's the perfect place. And you got all that chemical running into one stream to the Ohio River. The Ohio River goes into the Mississippi, and so forth. Everybody that's in Missouri down from where the Mississippi goes, you got to know that stuff is going into the. It's going to kill fish, but it's okay to drink.
Hello, Lisa Anderson. I'm sorry I didn't say hello earlier, but that sounds to a lot of people like a coincidence. I'm sorry, there ain't no coincidences no more.
Oh no, I mean, even if I don't like to be that conspiracy person, but when you sit there and look at it, it's just too. I don't like to say perfect, but in an evil way, that it was too perfect with that location and everything, right where it was at. And again, there's going to be people moving back into the city, the town. They're going to drink the water because, the EPA said it was fine.
Plain prepper. Now, I can't say that word. And I don't know if it's allowed in chat to set off AIs, but we've been at that stage for a pretty good while. Here in the last 3 months, there has been more stuff happening. And I said it a few minutes ago. There is no coincidences no more.
Oh
You
no.
know, I mean, my opinion, everything is planned, and
Well,
I wouldn't be scared to say this stuff is being planned a year or two in advance.
oh, longer. Look at right now. We'll go to China. Okay, China's stockpiling uh, corn just alone. 69% of the world's corn they have stockpiled. The same thing with wheat and rice. They've got it stockpiled. Now
So
they're going to private owners of businesses in China, the people who make drugs or prescription drugs for us, for the world or wherever. They have went to these companies in the last 2 years, and especially in the last 6 months, they have been doing this. They're going to these companies and saying, you are no longer making these prescription drugs. You are now making military drugs or prescriptions, that kind of stuff.
I
So
got you.
these companies are making stuff for military use. Why are they doing this? Why are they stockpiling food? Why are they stockpiling resources? They're getting ready for something.
Well, see, China's not the only country doing this.
They're
Uh,
the majority of it right now.
yeah, but somebody's got to lead in order for other countries to follow. And I'm thinking Iraq has done started doing the same thing.
No, Jeff, you keep
Yeah.
getting Iraq mixed up. Iraq, we control Iraq.
Okay, you're right, Iran, but
Yeah, there you go.
but I mean, other countries is doing this, but
Yeah,
yet,
but Iran doesn't have the resources China does.
well,
There's
that's true.
nobody does.
That's true. But
Nobody, even Russia doesn't have the resources.
but what's coming in, what they can get their hands on, they are stocking it up. It may not be near as much as what China's doing or anything. I
Yeah.
reckon what I was trying to get at is other countries is doing this, stocking up. They're telling their people to stock up. Our
Oh yeah.
country ain't said jack damn shit to us.
Oh yeah. And that's you have other countries like India that are not exporting stuff anymore. Their grains and their rice and that stuff.
Okay, man.
Vietnam, those type of places are not exporting anything anymore. They're keeping it all for their country because they know something's coming.
Yeah.
Here in the United States, they tell you we need 3 days of water and food.
Rationing. Well, hell, if it's all poisoned, come on, think about it. And the number one thing a person has to have is water, period.
Oh yeah.
So what good is food if you ain't got water? And you've got to have water to stay alive, keep your body dehydrated. What is it? 3 days without water and a week without food, a person can go?
Well, you can go 3 weeks without food.
Okay.
It usually goes in threes, like 3 minutes without air, which I don't know how long people can hold their breath, but some might not make it 3 minutes without air, and it's 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food.
Carol Z, what's going on in Ohio? I don't know if boiling the water would do any good. I mean, I really don't.
And I've been because I already have plenty of bottled water, and I've got jugs of water, that 5-gallon jugs of water. But I'm hearing that it's not even safe to take a bath in this, or a shower in this water, if it has this in it.
I ain't gonna say
So
what.
how would you go about doing
Yeah,
this?
talking about singeing the hairs off your body.
And that's the freaky part right there. It's and where do you can you get a test that's going to accurately test for this bad stuff? That's why I said I'd like to get somebody that has nothing to do with anybody to test the water.
You know,
yes, like somebody said up there. I was going to repeat it. You boil water for bacteria to get rid of it. You
right.
can't do that with chemicals. Some chemicals.
Yes, LHS, you are right. There are some chemicals. If you mix water with it, it will burn, it will explode. Now, I do not know what chemicals they are, but I do know that to be a fact. They have to use foam for that.
Yeah, it's a foam that dehydrates the water, basically. It's a chemical reaction that turns the water to dust.
Yeah. I'm just reading a little bit of chat up in here.
Now, of course, everybody's here because I talked about the zombies. It was kind of a funny, but the more I thought about it when I had this up as a title, I'm thinking, well, we have spy balloons, we have chemical fires in my backyard, we have UFOs, and of course we have some crazy guy up in Michigan, and I'm not talking about 101. Now what is left? Oh, zombies. Now, if in the next 3-4 days, if I start seeing something about zombies coming, yeah, zombies.
Damn, I got coyotes out here. We're gonna have zombie goaties.
Zombie goaties.
Yeah. The next door neighbor dog was on the porch barking, and I walked out there to see what was going on. Man, you get like ain't about a mile away from here. That's how close they sound.
Yep, Grace. They said the water was fine too, by the way. It kills fish, but it's okay to drink. That's the official statement from the EPA. It'll kill the fish, but it's okay to drink. How can something that kills something be okay?
Well, like I said, it all goes back to the money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to spend the money to clean it up now. But you give them a few years, and they're gonna wish they had. Coyotes outside.
Now,
Here.
how would he know this water that is got this junk in it. Is that the thing that turns people into zombies? I know I'm just playing around, but the way things have gone in this year alone, I'm beginning to wonder. I mean that's how these movies, you watch these movies, all these zombie movies and stuff. That's how it starts. Is something from, they say, oh, the EP says it's fine, and then next thing you know, you hear about some guy eating somebody's face, and then, oh, it's spread all over the place. Then
Did what? Shit, in 24 hours, a couple of states could be under siege within what, a week. Damn, there goes all of that country. So I watch too much TV.
Yeah, right there, a third of the water. You would think Ohio and Mississippi would probably be a third, if not more than our water. Because you know the rest of the country is all in a drought, even though they ended up getting flooded last month. But they let all that water go back out into the ocean. I won't even get started on that part, but
yeah, listen, I don't even want to think that. Not yet, anyway. There goes the scallops.
Oh yeah, it's definitely in the Ohio River right now. Probably really close to Mississippi by now. Ohio River goes into the Mississippi River, Carol, and then the Mississippi goes into the Gulf.
Lisa Anderson wants to know, is the chemicals reaching Three Rivers yet?
It's already in the Ohio River, so I don't know how long it takes it to travel from Ohio to Mississippi, though. But if once it gets there, and you realize all the farmland that's on both sides of the Mississippi and Ohio River.
Well, you know, What Life just posted something that I didn't know. More than 25 million people, almost 10% of the U.S. population lives on the Ohio River basin.
Yeah, actually, it's 30 million. Because they just it just came up today. It was 30 million that will be affected by just the Ohio River on the border right there. That doesn't count for if it gets to Mississippi. Mississippi, oof, it goes way up from there.
Well, there goes your gator meat. Hey, I don't want to hear no lip.
And the thing is, it's just not the river. It's all these people that have wells and stuff, their own wells, that'll eventually feed into their wells. I mean, some will get filtered out by the normal, going through the earth and whatnot, but
is it? I heard him call Leo. I'm sorry, I got a situation going on here at the house. I think it just calmed down. Now,
hey, Rose.
You know what? Let's see, what is it? 4, 6, 7 years ago or something like that. If all this had happened then, we wouldn't have heard jack about none of it.
Not so much.
And the balloon situation, this is my opinion. The only reason we have heard so many stories about balloons being shot down is the one that went from north to south. What was it, last Sunday when he got shot down? If it hadn't have been spotted then, we wouldn't have known about the other three.
The other ones are not balloons, Jeff. They've already said they're not balloons. The only balloon was the China balloon that they let go all the way through the United States.
But the point is, we wouldn't have heard nothing about that if the China balloon hadn't been spotted by the human eye. If it had been higher up,
that is the whole thing right there. Normally, we don't hear about it because this has been happening for years and years. We do the same thing. We have balloons that go across their area too. They shoot ours down, and we shoot theirs down before they get into our airspace.
Yeah, before they get in.
The whole thing is that they let it through. There's no, it's going to fall down and hurt somebody. That's bull. They know when something is approaching miles, hundreds of miles before it gets here. So they already have aircraft waiting for it to get to that certain spot. Boom. They deal with it. Nobody knows anything about it.
Well, now they know.
The point is they let it through. Either they have some kind of reason behind it, or it's like, hey, look over here. It's a distraction. Everybody's got their eyes over here looking, oh, balloon. And then you miss everything that's going on.
Well, since this has happened, how many times have you heard about the pipeline that got blew up, or about the laptop, or about any of that?
Oh, I hear about it all the time. But I don't. I pay attention to other things.
Yeah, but normal people, I mean, it ain't on your regular news no more.
Oh, I know. And when you have the guy that, all this incriminating evidence is on this laptop, and he says, "Oh, it's mine. I'm going to sue you for putting this information out," and then balloon. And it's like he admitted to it. It's his laptop. Then why is there somebody still sitting on the potato throne? If it was somebody else we know, like the one they tried to impeach 3 times, he would have been gone.
Oh, hell yeah.
And look at because we went through the whole Russia thing before, with Trump was supposed to be in bed with him and stuff, and
well,
found out that it was a made up story.
Exactly. You know, but yet you don't hear nothing that happened to the person that made that story up either.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, you know, they all in bed together.
Yeah.
They got to be drunker than hell, but they all in bed together.
Yeah, I get in trouble for misinformation all the time when I have proof. I put the proof out there, links and everything. It's not like I'm just making something up, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it. Just make up some weird stuff on the internet, and they get by with nothing. Nothing happens to them, and I put the truth down, and it's misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I was freaking say, this may not be the time for that. But damn, I thought 101 would have made another appearance.
He's probably busy.
Damn.
Something's probably chewing at his ankle right now.
Yeah, he can't figure out how to potty train it that good yet. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Was that too much information there?
Well, I'm sure most of everybody knows what it is already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, damn. He done showed the pictures, 2 or 3 times of it.
Yeah.
How can it be a surprise guest?
Probably do more talking than him.
Yeah. I'll put it to you like this. There's going to be a lot of sleepless nights for the next few weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just wonder who's going to be sleeping with it, or who
Well, if he goes and get right before bedtime, takes him for a walk, a brisk walk, then he'd be ready to pass out after that. Not saying how long he'd be sleeping, but yeah.
Who, the puppy or 101?
Yeah, the puppy.
Shit, when I was training my dog, I had to show him what the purpose of that walk was. And, I just had to flat out break down and show him what to do a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, you think of all the stuff that's gone on we'll put this month here. What do you think would be next?
Don't know that.
Would you say we're under chemical warfare right now here in the States?
No, it's more like sabotage.
Do you think that's possible to be the next thing? Because everything else is done happen except for Bigfoot and flying saucers.
No, that's too much destruction. That's because the world needs our land because we grow stuff here, and that's why I said I don't believe, and I may be wrong, but I don't believe that we're going to wake up one morning and we're going to see nukes flying over and coming down because our land is worth too much. I mean, if we cut off China right now, they would go belly up because we spend so much money on their junk, basically.
We supply them a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I don't see them coming over here and nuking it just to. Oh, we're done with them now. Then where do they get their money? And that's the name of the game, is money. And Russia, the same thing. To me, the easiest way to do it would be, because you just can't come up here in a boat. The first thing you're going to see is 500,000 rednecks and looking at you with their crosshairs on you. To me, EMPs would be the easiest solution, because you knock out the power and just set back for a month or two and let
nature take its
happen.
Yeah. Because what, within 30 guaranteed 90 days, half the people would be laid out.
Well, they've already said that 90% of the population wouldn't be here in 30 days. And then whoever's left has to deal with that 90% just laying around and stuff. So there's going to be another 50% of that going to be gone in another 30 days.
Well, yeah. I don't think there's that many buzzards around or crows.
Yeah, that's the scary part right there. When I looked at the reports and it's common knowledge. You can go Google it and go look at the studies of different people, how they determine who would survive and who would survive after the second stage and whatnot. But now, say if that happened in the 80s, no power, you would hardly, maybe 20% would die in 30 day in the first 30 days. The problem is now everybody is so dependent on technology and electricity and gas and all this other stuff that they don't know what to do if they don't have that. And if they and the people out there that don't prep anything, they don't have more than 3 days of food and water. After that, when their belly starts growling and their mouths are dry, oh, what do I do? It's not like I can pick up the phone and, hello, Potato Head, I'm hungry. What do I do? That's the whole thing is there are so many people out there that's not prepared for that stuff. Even the people who are prepared may not be prepared to see what comes.
To be prepared, well, like you said, to be prepared food wise and water wise and everything, people can deal with it.
Yeah.
But to see the aftermath of what's going to happen and the smell and the sight, people, you're going to go crazy. They're going to go mentally crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Must have rolled that on that 45-degree angle. Yeah, there's nothing. Recall.
Yeah. Down there, they do say have 3 weeks of
supplies
to survive for 3 weeks. Yeah, because it's hurricane area. But a lot of the places say, "Oh, have 3 days emergency food and water," because it doesn't take that long. The government agencies will make sure everything's back to normal within that 3 days. Oh, you'll have power in 3 days. Hell, I had a tree fall down and I didn't have power for a week.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. And these are supposed to be top-notch power company here, and it was a simple. And the thing is that they didn't run no new wire or anything. They just took the old one, crimped the little ends back up again, and power again. And like I said, I was out without power for a week, but I didn't have any problem because I have a generator and whatnot. But a lot of people around here, they lost all of their food in their freezers and stuff. My next door neighbor had a generator, set it up on their back deck, and it wasn't there the next morning. and they made fun of me for chaining my generator up to axle of my car sitting out there. And I still have a generator, and they don't. They had to go down and get one. And guess what? They bought a chain. And unfortunately, wasn't very smart because they chained it back up to a wooden post of on their deck. I mean, it didn't get stolen again, but the point is, if somebody wanted it, they would have took it. Yeah, that is the thing, is thinking of that extra step. Oh, I've got a generator, but am I going to sit out there all night and make sure nobody takes it because everybody else around here doesn't have any power? And they're like, oh man, I wish I had that generator. Maybe I'll go take it and hide it over here and I'll have electricity again. Because that's the stuff that's going to happen. Like, the only way I would actually keep that running, I would probably go maybe a week, a little past a week, and then I would empty my freezers and can everything I could, and then completely cut loose of all power, because pretty soon somebody dangerous is going to come by to take the stuff. And that's where you have to think is, I'm going to be the only one around this area that has electricity, and that's a generator out front is kind of like advertising it. Yeah, you don't want to put a target on your property. Yeah, and I've also thought about, I know they say you can't do this, but rigging it up a soundproof box in my basement to where I could vent out, exhaust and everything outside. That way I could have electricity, just enough to keep things cold and stuff like that, not to have lights flashing or anything like that. But that's a lot of work, and you got to make sure nothing leaks out of that, because carbon dioxide is a big bad thing.
Definitely. Hey, you got a chainsaw, Bushcraft, I can borrow?
I got two, but one of them hasn't ran in a good while.
I need to cut this pie. I don't think my knife's that sharp.
You gonna cut a pie with the chainsaw?
Won't be the first time.
No, it's called.
I thought I was gonna have to go get a hammer to beat my knife in there to cut it.
It's frozen.
I know that.
Yeah, that's because it's really not that hard. It's just that you got to make sure you have a quiet enough fan that you can use to exhaust everything out. Whatever's in that box, you want one pipe going out to your outlet, and then you need another exhaust for just what's coming off of the motor itself, because it'll get hot in there. So you need an exhaust.
Now, question on this right here. Now I'm talking about in the garage, okay? You hook it up in the garage and everything. You put your generator inside the garage. Could you hook a kind of like a fan they have over the stove to draw out the fumes?
Nope.
Can't do it like that.
No, you actually need a pipe to go over the exhaust and go out of the building.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Vented outside.
yeah, but just putting a exhaust fan above it or something, that's not going to do anything.
Well, I know that part.
Okay.
You got to run a pipe out the top of the exhaust fan out to the outside.
Yeah. Well, no, not the exhaust fan. You know the exhaust of your generator. You hook a pipe that comes from your exhaust outside.
Like an extended muffler, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, the motor is you're still gonna get CO2 from carbon dioxide from the motor itself.
Okay. Okay.
That doesn't make it through the system.
Huh?
That is, you can run the generator with exhaust going out, and it won't be you won't have the fumes. But I'm talking more of a closed-in box that you can cover it up to where you can't hear it.
God, I need to put this old bitch in the damn microwave for about 10 minutes.
You still can't cut that thing.
Sorry, I thought the mic was cut off. I'll tell you what, my freezer works damn good. It may be tomorrow before I get to taste it.
Yeah, I had plans for this box, and most of the boxes they have them outside. But like I said, I want mine in the inside, and everything getting fed to the outside. And with this, you have to think, because if you seal this box up and it just has an outlet going outside, pretty soon it won't run because it has to have oxygen coming in.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna change up. Damn, got checked off the pineapple. I mean, whatever. Hold on. Okay, I'm through dying now. I'm going to change the subject for a few seconds here. CJ, 1975, Bushcraft, or myself, or anyone else, really, what would be the easiest thing to can for beginners? I would say green beans.
Well, I'd say potatoes, because they're, unless you're only going to do one can, because you need a lot of green beans and they're pretty expensive in the store if you go get green beans right now. If you're going to grow them, that's another story. But
true,
potatoes are real easy. You just put the potatoes in. Some people don't even peel them, but I would suggest peeling them, because the skin of the potato can have bacteria on it. So I would skin them and chop them up, put them in there, and put some, you can put water or broth, bone broth or chicken stock or something like that.
But if you bound determined not to peel them, if you gonna can them, do the red potatoes, but make darn sure you scrub them things and get all the dirt. off.
because it's already in the soil. So anything that's root bound, meaning it grows in the dirt,
Yeah.
is you have to skin it, or it's a good chance that you're going to get bacteria in it.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a good intro. Tomorrow night at 7:00, Bushcraft is going to have a special guest on.
Yeah.
Her name is Make It Make. And that's what she specializes in, is canning and preserving food. So
Yeah.
just hop your happy tail on over here tomorrow at 7:00 and listen.
Yeah. It's going to be another good interview too. She's really looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a good show.
Yeah, she's excited.
Yeah.
Now, hello 101. How you be doing? Good. Okay.
I'm okay. I'm just currently holding a puppy.
Mhm.
Sure.
What?
That's what they all say.
You want me to get my camera up here?
No, I'm just joking with you.
I always hold my puppy too. Sorry about that. I had to mute it.
You okay, Jeff?
I doubt it.
You really have to ask that?
101. What is your stream going to be about tonight?
The
Really?
puppy?
Yeah,
The puppy.
that's what I thought. Is your puppy wearing red cheese by chance?
No. I know about the Michigan shooting, okay?
Yeah. That's why I haven't talked about it too much. I probably figured you would go into more detail about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's I found that odd that's the main description of the guy. Nothing else, just the red shoes.
He went onto campus completely fucking naked, but was wearing red shoes.
Yep.
Don't make no sense, does it?
Hey, Agent J, how's it going?
Damn. I need to wait and let that damn shit thaw out something.
You still ain't cut that thing yet?
I got it cut,
Oh.
but trying to get a fork through it is almost as hard as trying to eat that jalapeno jam I made a while back ago.
No wonder it's taking you a week to eat it.
Well, that shit was bulletproof. Like, no joke.
I know.
Pretty sure y'all could have like made a big ass batch of it and come up with like the next Abrams armor.
Yeah, you should pour it out in a mold of a square. That way you could put it up against a tree and see if you could.
I'm taking orders. Forget the ballistic gel. If your bullet can put a dent in it, it's good.
One thing I thought was interesting. Somebody sent me this on my Facebook, on my Bushcraft family thing. She knows who she is. I'm not going to give no names or anything, but in Australia, this guy built him a bunker under his house, and he had an access where his couch came up, and you could walk down in there. It had a shooting range, and
oh damn,
had all the stuff to do modifications on his pews and whatnot. And he was MMA fighter, and he had a 50 cal, a bunch of other ones, but because you're not allowed to have guns there, so they destroyed all of his guns, and he had to pay $300. Plus, he's going to get fines for building a bunker. You have to ask permission to build a bunker in Australia.
Bruh.
You
That's
got
why-
to be kidding.
I'm serious. He had to pay $300 fine for owning or having the weapons, and I don't know how much the fine's going to be for building a bunker without asking permission.
Hell, to begin with, I wouldn't have told them.
Well, I'm not sure how they found out or anything like that, but the video just showed it was really cool. They hit a button in the room, and the couch went up like this, and you could walk down in there, and he had all this, the normal doomsday prepper type look where you have all the guns hanging up, and then you had the bench with to make your own ammo, and at the very end was a range to where you had a wire to pull up the target and send it back out.
Damn.
And it was all soundproof, so I mean it was cool. Oh yeah, well, you seen how during the big coof thing and everything where they didn't have rights, they had to take the juice.
I didn't take shit.
I'm not going to take shit.
I beg to differ. You're married.
Should I repeat myself?
And then you hear thong. Well, what was that?
Dude, she's at the other end of the house. Now I can say my house, my rules.
As long as she's at the other end of the house.
As long as she don't hear me, it's my house, my rules. What I say goes. Yes, dear.
Yeah, but you sit there and think about it, that you have to get permission if you can make a secret bunker under your house.
Well, then the bitch wouldn't be
it
so
would be a
secret.
secret then. What would be the point of making the bunker if it's not a secret anymore?
Exactly. Because if something big's going to happen, they're going to boot your ass out and take it for themselves.
Oh yeah, it'll be public knowledge. I mean, building inspectors to whoever else will have all. Oh, this guy made a bunker. I wonder what he's got down there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shit. Make a bunker under the bunker.
Your bunker's bunker.
There you go. Hey, if a woman likes a guy with big bunkers, then what? How does it go with a double bunker?
Do we just
That's
keep
a whole
adding?
nother story.
Wait, so if you need permission to get the first one and they know about it, do you need permission for a second one? If you need to get permission for your under your house, do you need to get, is there any clause where you need permission for the one under your bunker?
I don't know.
Could you build a false one and then have the real one below the real false one?
The thing is, he had to show him the secret door to get there. See, I don't know the whole story about it. I only got the first bit about because it was the cool, the floor and the couch were connected together, and it just went, and then you walk down in there. So I'm not sure how they knew about it or what the whole story was about it, but yeah.
Karen turned him in is what it was. She was pissed because he didn't build her one.
But it wasn't the fact that he lost his toys and all, and he had to pay $300, which I figured that would have been way more than that. The fact that got me is that he had to get permission to make the bunker. I'll be back in a sec.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm eating the chest pie.
A what?
Wait a minute. A chest pie.
What the fuck is that?
Hell, I know, but pretty good. But it'd probably be better if it wasn't frozen solid. I'm surprised you didn't hear me crunching down on it. Damn. About like a bulldozer going across ice. Chomp, 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 chomp. Well, how is your puppy dealing with its new surroundings so far?
She does not like her pen. We have a little playpen with
Yeah.
her cage in it. She whines every time we leave her in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So she's got to get used to it, but I'm holding her right now and she's sleeping in my arms.
Hey, that's all that matters. Now, is the puppy going to be sleeping with you at nighttime so you can get some sleep?
No. She's got to learn to be in her cage, or
Yeah.
at least in her pen.
Now, how old did you say she was?
She just turned 9 weeks today.
Okay. That ain't that bad. Not really. But you're going to have fun. The hardest part of owning one is training them.
She already pissed the house once.
It'll probably be 3 or 4 times before you wake up in the morning.
Oh, she just put her head into my arm. I know you don't like the light from the computer, baby. It's okay.
She'll get used to it.
I had to get me a homemade cough drop.
Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Never mind. That and
Throat's a bit scratchy.
it's the chemicals in the air.
Could be, because like I said, the day the wind changed and was heading west is when I got a headache, and I don't get headaches.
Dana B, 101, Dana B says name her Valentine.
We thought about that, but we've settled on Casey. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb you?
Casey?
Yes. Casey.
Oh.
It took you a few minutes to figure that out, huh?
Well, I gotta consciously think to not spell it with a K because my brain wants to spell it with a K.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Connecticut. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Hey, Lake.
Oh, look, Lake's talking to Casey and told her, hi, welcome to the family.
So did you get all the foods and stuff?
Yeah, we been had that. So
Well, I mean, do you have to give them like
Hey,
stuff that they're already eaten?
what do you mean?
You know, from where you got it, like the food that he
Oh
was
yeah,
already
yeah,
eating.
we got the same kind. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, now, are you going to start making her homemade snacks, or are you just going to go buy them from the store? I'm talking about a little later on down the road.
Say that again, Jeff. Snacks or what?
Snacks, you know.
Yeah, we got treats for her.
Okay, treats. Are
Yeah.
they going to be homemade or are they going to be store bought?
They're store bought. We got her some chew sticks coming in from Chewy. So she's
Okay.
just burying her. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted by her. She's burying her hand. She's got her paws crossed in my hand and is burying her nose into my hand.
Peanut butter box is here. Peanut butter box is here.
Oh, Lordy.
Out of the commercials, I always like the animal ones, like the dogs and stuff. That's one I like, is the two dogs up in the window looking for the box for the goodie box for the dogs.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about now. Yeah, remote viewer, that's, I reckon, was the reason I asked that question.
She's so tired.
Well, you know, normally the smaller they are, the louder their bark.
She's gone completely limp in my arms. She's
Well,
like,
you know, if one's late to a stream,
I'm dealing with a puppy.
Somebody fell asleep on him and he can't move.
She's only 2 pounds.
How'd she do on the trip?
Oh, she slept all the way. She's completely fine in the car.
Oh, that's good.
So far. Hold on. Hey, damn, I didn't think it was that far up.
So what gave you the idea of naming Casey?
I don't know. We were going through names online and that one came up. So.
Oh, okay.
We were going to name her Dixie, but I kept thinking of. Yeah. So that would have been a little awkward.
I could just see you live one night. Dixie, get over there and behave and quiet.
Right. Right.
Who the hell you think you talking to?
Right.
Well, shit, every time I tell her to do that, she looks at me with a shit-eating grin like she about ready to beat my ass. So I'm just talking to myself, you know. Yeah, I had to apologize to her this morning. I was mashing the wrong buttons on her. And I told her, I said, hell, I was just trying to find the mute button.
Damn.
Okay, I'm going to play this real quick, okay?
Okay, I think.
Commander-in-Chief of the United States Joint Forces.
Really?
I am here today to inform you that A number of unidentified flying objects have appeared over many parts of our country. Though their exact origin remains to be fully determined, the FBI has informed me that it is very likely that these are visitors of extraterrestrial nature.
Oh my
I
God.
advise the
Here we
American people
go.
to remain calm, not fall into panic, and wait for further announcements. We shall overcome this threat
Wait, is this a real
with
thing?
confidence
It
and
can't be.
vigilance.
Did he
May
actually
God
say
protect
this
us.
shit?
Huh?
Did he actually say this shit, or am I fucking like going insane?
They're extraterrestrials.
No, Bushcraft. Serious question. Did he say that?
No.
Oh. Okay. Fuck.
Damn, you getting them worked up there.
I thought I was gonna have to start strapping on the body armor, locking shit. I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. Battle LA, let's go, bitches. What?
You should have heard. I played it for 10 last night. What? This is real? You were getting all excited. And then Agent J played the warnings that go over the radio and stuff and say LA and Boston
Right.
and warning and this and that. She was freaking out.
Yeah. I tried my best to stay up to watch her last night. I couldn't do it. Bush, is that real?
No, it's not real.
Well, let me just put it this way. The only reason I asked that is, hold on a minute. What?
Matt Hyde, you right on that.
Anyway, the only reason I asked if that was real is because this man has been talking bullshit for so long that I wouldn't be surprised at any point if this was real.
Yeah.
Like it's that bad.
Well,
I wouldn't
see,
put it past him saying accidentally blurting it out when it's supposed to be a secret.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this alien, oh, you know how he is. But
well,
the first thing that gave it away is he went through the whole speech without bumbling a word.
exactly.
So that should give it away right there that it's not real. He completed a sentence, so. But the thing is, that's how easy it is for, the government has tons of money that they can do this kind of stuff. And this was just a YouTuber or not a YouTuber, but a TikTok that made his mouth move a certain way and say the words.
I wonder how long it took him to edit that stuff and get it perfect.
Oh,
like
it's
that.
not hard. All you have to do is, there's apps out there that will,
It's called a deep fake.
that I can change my face and just move my mouth and it looks just like the person.
Put on a filter if you still got them.
Oh yeah. Somewhere.
Well, Lane, what did you feel, Danny?
I wanted forever.
Really?
There's a zombie.
Damn, I thought that was normal every day. You need to put that on that damn woman on The View, the one I can't stand.
That would be an improvement.
A big improvement. Yeah, she may get asked out.
Valentine's Day farts.
Give them give them those candy hearts.
Oh,
You know,
I hate those things.
I can't stand them no more. The only thing they're good for is slingshots
Right?
or blowguns.
She's dead ass asleep in my arms and her feet are twitching.
Does she snore by chance?
Not that I can tell, no.
All right.
but could you imagine that for real though? Him
That's
up
what I'm
there
saying.
saying, these things we're shooting down are aliens.
Again, at this point, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
The damn world would go ballistic. Think about it.
and
And somebody will come up with the idea, oh, we need to raise a fund for them, you know, so they can take on. Well, what the hell?
Talk about illegal aliens.
Yeah, really. Well, now, if that happened and we did call them illegal aliens, what do we call the ones that's coming in across the border?
well, if things you know the new republic or whatever they want to call the Canada, North America, what was it they called it? Whatever, the North America thing where Mexico, United States, and Canada are one nation now.
I don't know what they call it. A
North,
fucked up mess.
North Atlantic Treaty?
They wouldn't be illegal anymore.
Oh, DNA.
Yeah, that was it. The DNA thing. Yeah.
Happy hour is illegal in North Carolina? No shit.
What?
Oh, is legal in North Carolina. Well, somebody won the jackpot, 2.4 billion. Hang on. I wonder if they need a brother.
Galactic Dreamers. There you go. I mean, at this point, it's like when you get up in the morning. I'm like the first thing I see when I get on, I check certain sites to see what the top thing is for today, and I'm like, what it's going to be today, and that's why I did the what's next, zombies. I'm not saying that we're going to get them, but it's like, what's next? We've got aliens that we're shooting down. Then there's zombies left.
I think it's going to come down to aliens and Bigfoot. It's going to be like that.
All of a sudden, Bigfoot's going to come out of the woods.
They're going to come off the spaceship.
Oh, so Bigfoots are aliens.
Why not? I mean, hell, I've heard of wood shit.
So what you're saying is Lake goes to bed with an alien every night?
Probably, I don't know. I'm glad she's typing in that other one instead of on here.
If it's one thing Lake knows how to do is confuse the fuck out of me.
Ask Bigfoot that question. He'd probably agree with you. But then again, I think women strive to confuse their husband or boyfriend on purpose.
Yeah, and that's the thing is when you wake up and the first thing you think about is what am I going to see on the news today, or not so much the news, but the story of the day.
Well, My news channel, what I listen to is all local. They don't do no world news or nothing like that.
What
So mainly what I get
they're
is,
still owned by the same company, so
now I don't care what company they own by, you know.
yeah.
I just know they don't do world news or nothing like that. They just do what's local, you know.
They did a thing one time, and they got all these little news companies and stuff, and they ran a story, and I forget what it was about, but they recorded all the same story these people done on all these different in all different areas, different states and stuff, and they the story they were talking about was all scripted. They had this exact same script that all the other ones had. So they
Yeah.
played each word from different stations, and it played like it was just one station. And they all had the same script. And it's because they're owned by the same news company.
Well, now they done that quite a few years back,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And that's when everybody really started figuring out, hey, this shit's fake, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's everybody has the same script, and you can go to each news and watch their news, and it's almost like you're watching the same thing you just watched on the other channel.
Right.
With different people.
It's on repeat. It's all talking points.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Damn, is that you or is that the dog yawning?
That was me.
Uh-huh.
I got up at my normal time for work just to make it up there.
I bet y'all got up before you did this morning.
What time?
I got up at 3 a.m.
The fuck, Jeff?
Yeah. I didn't go back to bed till, what was it, about 10:30 today?
Yeah.
Something like that. But I tell you what, I wish I hadn't went back to bed. God almighty, I didn't wake up about 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My damn day shot all to hell. So,
She's so tired. She's just falling over. Oh.
Is she used to? I mean, is this the first night she's been by herself without her brothers and sisters, or?
She was the last of the litter, so I think she's had a few nights by herself. But I know she misses her mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The lady gave us like a blanket with the mom scent on it. So.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it was. Now, do you have a wind-up alarm clock?
No, but we're gonna get one because that's the ticking of the heart.
Exactly.
We pulled up to this house, I swear. So, I'm like, I bet you any money it's gonna be on a dirt road, and sure enough, you turn off this road, you turn off that road, and oh well, it's dirt. So we go around the corner, and we get whacked in the face with a giant white house on a hill with pillars, a circle driveway, and like lions at the gate, like those giant statues.
Oh.
Like the guy had 4 Jeeps, like completely off-road, like decked out shit. It looked like he did horses in the back, like races and shit. So it's like, damn, So this breeder was pretty well off.
Did you enjoy the trip though?
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy
getting out of your area.
Oh yeah, it was much better to be in farmland than it was to be.
Yeah. I used to, when living in a city too long, then moving somewhere else, it was always good just to be out looking at the openness instead
Yeah.
of just buildings all over the place.
Well, the good thing about being out like that is you got no city lights, you got no noise or nothing else. You can walk into your yard and you can hear the neighbors talking a half a mile down the road if the wind's blowing right. You know.
Or
Yeah.
they can smell your farts.
We
Yeah, I know. That's the fun thing.
when we went down a dirt road, it was this steep ass hill, man. Like I'm talking 45 plus degrees
Damn.
going up, and it was a dirt road, and it was muddy, and my truck, I put it in low, and it had a hard time getting up that shit.
Oh,
And I'm like, why would you want to have a farm out here? You know, you get what I'm saying?
wrong
Like,
turn.
like you want to live on this road?
Like
God
I
forbid
said,
if it was icy or snowy, you know?
wrong turn. That movie.
I would love it because only dumb people's gonna come see you. The smart ones, they're gonna turn around and go back when they see that gravel hill.
You call 101 dumb then?
No, it didn't have
I
no
did.
ice on it or snow on it, did it?
No.
Okay.
But
That's what.
if it did, I would have. Oh,
Turned around, went back.
yeah. I would have had to walk there. Granted,
Oh,
it was only around the corner from there, but it's like, damn, what a hill, man. I've never had a hill like that with my truck ever.
Damn, you'd have fun coming in my driveway. Well, TJ Katz, it makes it hard for people to bother you. You ain't got to
yeah.
worry about people knocking on your door trying to sell you stuff.
Right?
Well, the mailman knocks at your door and tells him
Right?
he needs towed off the hill. I can't get up the hill. Can you give me a? Can you pull me out?
Well, not only that, like, okay, I had to go over this hill. So I went up it, down it, and then I had to go back up it and back down it. And it was just, what a fucking thing.
Yeah, and you love those hills where it's at the very top, and you got to beep your horn when you get toward the top of it.
Oh, I
That way,
couldn't see the road. I was tilted up so high. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, when's the peak gonna come here? You know?
That's when you should have damn near floorboarded it and see how far you would have traveled before you hit the road again.
The side of my truck is like the passenger side of my truck is caked in mud, man. I'm telling you, it's fucking bad. Gotta wash that shit off.
I used to like those kind of hills, though.
Yeah, I did too.
See how much air I could get.
Shit, I rode them on bicycles back in the day. But hell, I can't even.
There's a spot down here where the railroad tracks, they don't use the railroad tracks anymore, but it goes up like this. And one of my son's friends dropped him off. Thank God they dropped him off. Dropped my son off, and we seen him go down the hill and then hit that railroad tracks, flew in the air and bounced off the road onto the sidewalk and hit a tree.
Ow.
Yeah.
Like,
But he had rich parents.
When I turned onto this person's road, I'm like, I come to a dirt intersection. I'm like, okay, so it constitutes a street sign, but not a paved road?
I'll be back in a minute.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what constitutes the city to put in a street sign but not pave the damn road?
Well, you get that a lot through here. I mean, not in the city area,
I
but
mean, granted,
Yeah.
I'm no stranger to dirt roads, but
yeah, I seen. There's one place down here to where there's no signs anywhere, and you come up to this intersection. There's one stop sign. There's not stop signs on the other side. It's just one stop sign. And you're like, what did they run out of money? They couldn't put other signs up here, and they don't have signs, so you don't know what that road is or the
right,
crossroads. But there's a stop sign out there.
right. And then you look like both ways. It's like, why even have it? There is no traffic coming.
Yeah,
It's like one car every hour, but yet somehow that constitutes a stop sign.
and a Volkswagen.
Volkswagens are good off road.
Whee! Was it a slug bug Volkswagen, or was it a like the little Scooby bus van?
What?
Oh, she was saying that she used to jump it with her Volkswagen. I want to know what kind of Volkswagen it was, or was it like a Jetta? Man, them Jettas. Oh, I did some. I abused this Jetta, and it nothing ever happened to it. This thing was invincible. Yeah, that's slug bug.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, actually, that Jetta, for some reason, whatever you did, you'd jump over a curb or whatever, it didn't do any damage to it. I've had flat tires on it and stuff, but never a starter, battery, or nothing ever went wrong in that thing. Then I get a Dodge. Every little thing happens. Axles, transfer case, coils, spark plugs, or whatever they call them now. They're not really spark plugs now. You name it, it goes bad. I really miss when you could get up on a truck and work on your truck, and you could lean your legs over inside the sitting on the truck and actually get in there and work. Hell, you could even stand inside there most of the time. I had a Ford Ford van with a straight 6 in there. I could get in there and fiddle with the taking off a fan belt or something. Now you'd be lucky you get your hands in there. They got so much crap for the motors.
You know, I turned my heat off today because it done got good and warm and everything.
Yeah.
I just stepped outside. I'm gonna have to turn my heat back on. And damn hairs on my leg done froze.
Legs on your hair froze?
Yeah, the hair on my legs froze. That's kind of rough.
Yeah, you have to lay on top of there. And depending on the size, what size you are or how tall you are, it always seems like every vehicle I get nowadays, except for my truck, it's at that angle to where you can't bend over and work on the vehicle because you can't lean over it because it's lower than your where your knees are. So you have to set in a weird angle to work on anything. Like
Okay.
what was that? I forget what it was, but the battery, you have to jack the car up and remove the tire. You have to.
The van.
No, it's a car. I don't have it anymore, but you have to take off the wheel and then the wheel well, the plastic bit, to get into where the battery is.
Now, we
Who
worked
thinks of
on
this?
one. We worked on one up there at Walmart. They wanted the battery changed in it. We had to pull the back seat out because that's where the
Cadillac?
battery was. Yeah,
The new Cadillac, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I had somebody give me a jump and he opens his back door and I'm like, what are you doing? He says, that's where we got to do it at. And I'm like, no, I want to jump. What are you talking about? And he lifts his seats up and there's a battery sitting there. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why?
But,
Who thinks of this? Oh, wait a minute. We forgot. Where are we going to put the battery?
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
we put it in the back seat.
Now, do you remember the old pickup trucks where the battery was in the floorboard on the passenger side? I believe it was.
Oh, yeah. Up under the thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee. Man, they were nice back then.
Yeah. TH2's on the safe side of Ohio.
Safe side of Ohio.
Yeah, this is the only time I wish I lived on the west side of Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Wreck-It Ralph. Getting close to 101 stream there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to be late for a stream.
I gotta get going to show off the puppy.
Out.
So I left just now to go take a piss, and I put her in her pen, and she's over here crying. Like I'm like, I'm just taking a piss. Calm.
Oh,
the fuck
boy.
down. It's gonna be one of them nights.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me the puppy will end up sleeping with you before the night's over with.
No. The puppy needs Casey, you need to learn. You should see her.
But
Not the
But-
first
She's looking
time.
up at me like, why? Why do I have to go?
you might all want to go ahead and take her out before you start your stream.
Oh, I already did.
Oh, okay.
That
Now
was
we're talking
fast.
about a puppy now.
Huh?
We're talking about a puppy. They are not set on the schedule yet.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know.
uh,
She's pretty
you
well
lost
made.
me on that one for a minute. I was like, what were you? I hope everybody knows that we're talking about a puppy. The way you said we're talking about a puppy, I was like, I hope nobody's thinking we're not talking about a girl or anything. Putting her in a cage. and
Well,
stuff.
now, come on.
Oh my.
Yes, people, we're talking about puppy dog.
Yes, puppy. I got a puppy. Anyway, I will see you guys over there.
Hey, is it a blonde or redhead?
What?
Your puppy is it blonde or redhead?
She's black and white.
Okay.
So I don't know. Are you a blonde or a redhead, Casey?
I reckon she's one of them.
She's looking at me like, are you nuts? So, all right.
Dating skills 101.
Yeah, I saw that.
Y'all have a good like 5 minutes before.
Out.
Okay. Tomorrow we have a guest, Make. She will be here at 7:00, so you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a good good live. And possibly I have another one lined up for Friday. If not, then it'll be moved to Wednesday. We're still in talks with that one. And I do have a few others lined up. So this is going to be probably continuing. So we'll have guests every week, hopefully. If other than that, we'll see you Thursday over at Jeff's. And do what?
I said it's 7 o'clock.
Yep. And I want to thank the mods for keeping the riffraff out, even though I haven't seen too many here lately. And that's why I knocked on wood.
Okay.
And thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Until tomorrow, we'll catch you on the next one.
Out.